Welcome guys to another episode of World War Marvel. As you know, I'm your channel host Adam, and today I'm going to be reviewing Modok. So Modok is part of the Wave 1 releases for Atomic Mass Games Marvel Crisis Protocol. If you didn't watch the last video, I did a review on the Hulk. This one's going to be on Modok. Basically, I'm going to be reviewing the content of the box, not a full unboxing because it's already been painted by Jason of Splintered Brush Studios. He graciously painted up both Modok and the Hulk for me, and then sent them my way, so that way I can sort of show them off as I play on the battle, during my battle reports and on the board. So I'm going to do a review of the contents of the package, show off the model, and go into a little bit of a deeper discussion from there. So let's dive right in. Diving right into Modok. Again, Jason from Splintered Brush Studios has painted them up for me. So let's do a look at the model first. Again, I didn't paint him. I'm not going to take any sort of compliments on it, but you should compliment Jason. I think he did a fantastic job with Modok. The details on his face and everything else was great. You can see the tint in the smoke underneath the chair and the coloration there. So like, it is super. I wish I had one of those turnstiles, like I could just be like boop and show you like 360 of them, but I don't, unfortunately. Maybe I should, invest in one. But like the visor here, do I call it a visor? A crown, maybe? I don't know, but like it just looks so good. The teeth and everything, the whites have turned out fantastic. So I think Jason has done a great job there. In the last video, I did forget to mention that Jason, December 7th, will be running a charity auction for a medical center in his area. So if you're interested in supporting charities and such, go check out Jason's Splintered Brush Studios account on Facebook. He'll have a video there, which I will eventually share on my YouTube channel, Facebook page. And it's going to be basically, he's going to be painting up various models and stuff like that, and then auctioning them off to people to raise money. And I think he has like a $400 goal or something like that, that he wants to raise for the medical center. And I can't, for the life of me, he was supposed to write me a page and give me the description of the charity and stuff like that, but it did not receive it when he sent me the package with the Hulk and Modok in it. But yeah, so I don't recall the name of the medical facility, unfortunately, but it is, I think, it will be going towards a good cause. And so I know myself, I'm gonna support him on it, and I'll throw in an auction of something somewhere. I don't know. I think he has like 4 or 5 things, maybe 3 or 4 things that he's painting up right now, and we'll see where he goes from there. But anyhow, the sculpt. I love the sculpt. I was never... Okay, so I'm a Marvel fan, but I didn't read a ton of comics with Modok. I know he's been around for a while on that, and maybe I should, but like, he is just a funny looking character. I think Jason did a great job with him. The Atomic Mass Games did a fantastic job with him. I like that face looks so good. Again, so this is just another pledge level or a commission level, I guess, from Jason and Splintered Brush Studios. So again, check those guys out. So without further ado, let's dive in to the contents of the box. We'll start with the tokens like we did with the Hulk last time. So you got your damage and Hydra ones, and then these ones at the bottom here, like that. They are the rubble tokens. And then on the flip side, you have the Kree Power Core, so those ones there, which will be part of the Crisis card. So let's show you the Crisis card. So it is a Extraction Crisis card. It has a maximum 20 threat value. The setup, place the 3 rubble piles, a target of opportunity as shown on map C, and then scoring. The players score 2 victory points if they control, a character they control is holding the core during the cleanup phase. So interact rubble pile, roll 2 dice. If either die is a critical, that character picks up the Kree Power Core asset and removes all rubble. I almost said pubble. Rubble piles tokens from the battlefield, and then. If somebody, for whatever reason, drops the Kree Power Core, say they're knocked out or whatever, dazed, you can interact with it and then pick up the core. A character holding the core cannot perform more than 1 move action per turn. When a character ends its activation while holding the core, it suffers 1 damage if it did not make an attack that activation. So basically, it's forcing you to attack your opponents and limiting how far you can move. So you're going to be stuck in the fray. But I love the threat on this, like 20 threat. That's going to be awesome to see and play. I can't wait. I think like you're going to get like 6, maybe even more models in to your squad that you actually take from your team. You might even be able to do 7 if you do it right. Like you could do, if you had enough models, all 3s across the board, and then throw in Black Widow. Because if you had 6 models that were 3 points apiece, and then you had Black Widow, there's your 6 models at 3-point threat apiece, and then Black Widow if you're a 2 threat. That's 7 models right there at 20 threat. That's pretty cool. Which obviously is going to be a high end threat level match, and you might not have a ton of huge strikers and such, but you'll have more activations, which this game is really like if you have more activations, is always going to be a good thing. It's never going to be a bad thing. So let's move into the team tactics cards next. So first one is Psychic Fortress. So it's a unaffiliated card. It's active. Modok may spend 3 power to play this card. Modok gains cover this round, and allied characters gain cover while within range 4 of Modok this round. So basically, that's going to be awesome for defensive ability and help protect some of those weaker models that can't really take hits. You have Aim Lackeys. So it's an unaffiliated card again. It's active, and then Modok may spend 3 power to play this card. Choose another allied character. That character may perform a move action as an additional action during its next activation this round. So basically, I believe it sounds like it's giving you a free move action, so it doesn't take one of your 2 actions during that character's activation. So that is going to be really, really good, and allows you to move across the board or move into a position where then, say, you can strike or something like that. So that's going to be awesome. Or even move out of harm's way to move back in, like a skirmish-style technique, something along those lines. So super, super good. Then you have Recalibration Matrix. So when an ally, so it's unaffiliated again, and it's reactive. So when an allied character is attacking or defending before the calculate success or failure step at the end of the modified dice step of the attack, it may spend 3 power to play this card. The attacking and defending characters reroll all of their attack and dice. So I'm assuming this bypasses the failure symbol, and you would reroll all of the dice like it says, because these cards make an exceptions to the rules that you find in the book. So that could be really, 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 really good, especially if somebody just spiked a bunch of hits on you and you have like next to no defenses or blocks, I should say. So like that is going to be super, super handy. So those are the cards that you get, Team Tactics and the Crisis card with Modok. And then you have his card, his actual card here. So Modok, he has 10 stamina on his healthy side. And that's right. I should say, yeah, in the last video I didn't mention that the Hulk didn't have a injured side, but I read the ability, and yeah, he doesn't flip over. As soon as he has his 20 stamina removed, he is done. Anyhow, Modok. So he has 10 stamina. Movement short. I was going to say small, and I know some people don't like that, but short. He is size 4 and costs 5 threat. He has 2 physical defense, 3 energy defense, and 3 mystical defense. So his first power is the first mystical attack, I think, that we've seen, which is the Psionic Blast. Has range 4, strength 6, costs 0 power. So after this attack is resolved, the character gains damage equal to the damage, or power equal to the damage dealt, and then it has on the wild sap power. So before damage is dealt, the target character loses 1 power for each wild in the attack roll, and this character gains that amount of power. So basically he becomes like a battery and just starts sucking power out of everybody. That is super awesome and can definitely limit your opponent's attacks and capabilities. So really, really cool. Then you have his physical attack, Doomsday Chair. Range 4, strength 7, costs 3 power, and here's why. Whirling Blades. After this attack is resolved, this character may attack an additional Doomsday Chair attack without paying the power cost. The additional attack must target another character within range 2 of the original target character. If it does not have the Whirling Blade special rule. So that's pretty cool. You can obviously target the same character that you did because it says another character within range 2, and you're always within range of yourself. And then you have bleed if you have a wild. So bow to the will of Modok, cost 2 power. Choose an enemy character within range 3. Advance that character small or short. A character can only be affected by this once, so you can limit where your opponent goes and everything else. All right, sorry about that. I just had to take a quick phone call that popped up on my phone. Anyhow, so I think I left off with bow to the will of Modok. So choose an enemy character within range 3. Advance that character short. Character can only be affected by this power once per turn. So you can sort of play and mess with your enemy lines and their tactics. So if you have an enemy that is holding an objective or securing an objective, you can move them off that objective, which is super awesome and allows that sort of manipulation of your opponents. So you have Imbecile. All the world is a weapon to Modok. Choose an interactive terrain feature of size 3 or less within range 3 and throw it long. This superpower can only be used once per turn. Only costs 2 power. That's super good. So it's going to be like 4 damage coming along at somebody. Wow, that is good. I love the long effect on there. I love that it only costs 2 power, so like that is super, super awesome. Then his next superpower is P-Brain. Modok's genius is infinite. After this character rolls attack or defense dice, it may spend any amount of power to use this superpower. For each 1 power spent, this character may reroll 1 of its own attack or defense dice. So basically, you can give them that extra ability to keep them in the game, maybe, or to cause that extra amount of damage to somebody that you really, really want to take out. And then his last superpower is Psionic Forcefield. When defending against attack, this character changes wild results in the attack roll to blanks. So that's really good, because you have certain attacks that will add elements, as everybody knows, just like the bleed effect up here, and it sort of will nullify those effects and hopefully keep Modok in game. So he really does seem like he is a manipulator. You don't want him, I don't think, in melee all that much, but you want him sort of sitting back doing things. And because I don't know. Yes, he has 10 stamina on the front, but his physical defense, which is a lot of physical attacks, only 2. I think he's going to be a big target. So you want to make sure he's protected. So on the backside, he has 4 stamina. So when he's injured, he still moves short, still size 4 and everything else. His defenses don't change. He has Psionic Blast, which did not change by the looks of it. And then Doomsday Chair, again, which did not change, but he loses his Psionic Forcefield there. And then everything else stays the same. So he just basically goes to 4 stamina and loses his 1 superpower. So that definitely does change on him. And that superpower can be really good with manipulating. So again, keep him protected, keep him behind the lines a little bit, and go from there. So that is it. Again, if you haven't yet, check out Jason's Splintered Brush Studios. I'll post the link in the video description of this video down below. Check him out. Give him a like on Facebook, and when he does his charity auction, hopefully you guys can support him there as well, because it is for a good cause. Atomic Mass Games, thank you very much for doing this game. It is so much fun. I'm loving it. Guys, I know I didn't do a battle report this week, but coming next Wednesday, I should have one coming out to you, because as this video is out, I should be spending the day playing just Marvel Crisis Protocol with a new opponent. And so yeah, hopefully we can get 2 videos in, or 2 battle reports in throughout the day, and then go from there. Well guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.